It's time for a caliper overhaul. The pistons are starting to stick a bit in the old 6-potters I fitted. I knew because basically the discs are running a bit hot, and after one really heavy braking session there's slight evidence of bluing on the discs. Now, this is usually indicated with either really heavy braking or your calipers are probably sticking, ready for a bit of a clean and overhaul. So as again it's pissing it down outside, I've decided to give them a good overhaul. So I'll just show you how we do it. First we drain the fluid, then we disconnect the hoses, then loosen the two big bolts, the two caliper bolts that hold the caliper on. Now I'm going to split my calipers so I can get the pistons out. I can clean all the pistons and all the seals, and that should cure the sticking. So before you actually take them off, you want to undo these 4 Allen pins. Now I've undone 3 of them. Now they're very tight, so a good tip is to leave it secure to the leg as you undo them. I use an Allen key and a bit of a breaker bar, and there you go, and there it goes. Right, I'll take them off now. Okay, this is the caliper off. As you can see, it's a Tokico. It's not the actual standard caliper on my Bandit. It's a 1998, had a 4-pot Nissan on. I actually swapped to these 6-potters because I felt the 4-potters was slightly lacking. Could have been the pads in, I suppose, but since I've had these fitted, they brake very well and they don't seem to fade much. It's inside, they call 6-pot for the obvious reasons, 6 pistons. But the thing is, they get all crapped up around and inside, and these pistons start sticking. They actually stick open, and your pads are slightly rubbing on your discs all the time as you're going. They're sticking, they don't perform well, and so reduced braking, increased heat, cause your discs to warp in extreme cases. So it's time to clean them out. And all this cleaning is basically is you take the pistons out, give them a good clean, give the seals a clean, and reassemble. Now you can do this if you don't want to split the calipers and they're not really stuck in. You can use compressed air to actually blow them out, but you have to be careful doing that for obvious reasons. You could take the pads out, leave it connected back up, or leave it connected up and use your brake lever to actually push them out. But I like to do a good clean. I like to split the calipers, so I'm going to split them, and then I'll show you how I actually take these pistons out, especially if they're really seized up and the other methods fail. So I'll just split them apart now. Right, that's the pins out. Now you can gently split the caliper. There you go. I will say, when you're splitting the caliper, be very careful not to lose these 2 little O-rings, little seals. So you're best just taking them off, putting them to one side. I'm actually working in my dining room at the moment, and my missus come home and told me got these calipers on this table, they'd be held to pay, but she's at work, so we're in the clear. Anyway, you can see how easier it is to get now at the pistons. Now you split the caliper, and you can actually see all the crap that's around and that seizes up and holds these pistons in. So now I'm going to remove these pistons and clean them up. Okay, this is how I used to get these pistons out. The ones that are usually jammed in. I use an adjustable spanner As you can see, that just adjusts the jaws open and close. It's an old and I've let hanging around for a long time. What I've done, I've ground a step in the top and the bottom, so it actually grips on the inside diameter of the piston. The only way you can get these out if they're seized in is to grip the inside. If they're sticking out a bit, don't be tempted to put more grips on the outside because you'll damage the piston surface and it won't make a proper seal right. So what I use is these. It's a bit difficult with my camera in my hand, but I'll give you a good idea. As you can see, I've taken them steps, so I'll close it up. The steps grip the inside. There you go, the steps grip the internal diameter of the piston. It's difficult to show you. I can do with another hand. And then I shall turn it and pull it out. And I've actually done the first one already, as you can see there. Once it's out, you can inspect the inside. You've got the dust seal on the outside, and then you've got the main seal on the inside. Start cleaning. I've started cleaning round already. Use a proprietary brake cleaner. Don't be tempted to use a solvent, or else it could damage the seals. Or you just use brake fluid itself. You can clean it with that. So I've started cleaning them inside. That's the piston itself. If your piston's slightly marked, if it's scored, really you need a new piston. But if it's just got a bit of surface marking on, you can just use a bit of 2000 grit, 2500 grit paper, and all it's doing is polishing, and it'll polish it off. So I'm going to clean these up now. 6 per caliper, 2 calipers, so that's 12 you've got to do. So I'll start stripping and cleaning them up now, and then I'll start reassembling. Well, I've done the first 3, all nice and clean now. See the difference between the 2 oars. I've had them out, cleaned them up, cleaned the seals, cleaned the pistons, pushed them back in. There we go. Oh, they all slide nice now. So that's the first 3 done. I will say, when you're putting the pistons back in, lubricate them with some brake fluid. Put them in square, don't put them in slightly off. Put them in square and then slowly push the pistons down. And then that's 3 done. So that's 3 done, 9 to go. And then I'll fit the calipers. Okay, nearly finished now. Done 1 caliper. Just on the last one, the last piston. What I forgot to mention earlier is, when you're using this 2500 grit, dip it in brake fluid first, and then clean the piston up. That'll just polish all the crap off the side of the piston and any irregularities. That'll give it a nice shiny finish. You don't want any scores. If you scores or the like, the piston wants replacing. Right, I'll just put it all back together now. Okay, it's all finished. I've lubricated the bore with a bit of clean brake fluid, lubricated the piston. So now we just place it on. It's very difficult to do one hand. It's got to go in square. You'll feel it more or less click in. If you've got it square without twisting it, should, I think 2 hands really. Slides in, nice slide fit in, and that's it. Right, I'll put it together. Put it back together, just make sure we're clean. No grit or nothing on these surfaces. The two little seals, make sure they're clean. Put them back and basically just put the two halves together. Don't dislodge the seals. Take the pins, just screw them up finger tight for now. Lock them up later when it's on the fork leg. I'll pinch them up later, just clean the body up and that's it. Two calipers done. I'll put them back on fork legs, put the pads in, and then I'm waiting basically for my 2-line kit gun, and then I can bleed the brakes. Right, finished. All cleaned, all whacked together. I'd say the job took about 2.5 hours from stripped down off the bike to reassembly, but all done now. I will add that if you see any damage to any of them dust seals or internal seals, replace them, or any scoring on the pistons. It's really a false economy not to. All done. Now yeah, I best clean all this mess up before the missus comes home, or else I'm going to be in deep shit. Okay, hope that's been a bit of a help to you. Gives you a bit of an insight into cleaning your calipers and the like. Better strip and clean them than have them sticking and warpy discs. That'll be pretty expensive. Right, I'll see you again next time.